Jamaicans, from day one, I am preaching this message that it is much safer and healthier when we grow our own foods. Number one, it helps us to eat more fresh fruits and vegetables. And you can control your harvest because the vegetables that are ripened on the trees, it has more nutrients. They have more nutrients than those that are store-bought. And these store-bought vegetables are picked early. All right? I have watched the former First Lady of the United States of America, Michelle Obama, planting her own gardens. That has inspired me. I am able to compost. I am able to have my own natural fertilizers by composing my own. And I believe that Jamaicans, even school children, should be taught how to have their own back garden, planting their own foods. I used to do that when I was a child. We'll go to Dawkins and we would help to plant the peanut and the other small crops. You understand me? Back gardening can inspire you to take an interest in the origins of your food, and you make better choices about what you put in your plate and in your body. We should never forget that our health is our wealth. Because if we do not take care of our wealth, we are going to spend the money that we are all running down now to pay the doctor to take care of us. All right? When we plant our own food, it helps us to control our own harvest. And growing our own food isn't rocket science. Growing food is simple. All right? So if you are interested in growing your own food in your own backyard, start small and plant things you really like to eat. All right? Use contaminated free soil, meaning soil that does not have any form of chemicals in it. All right? Consider using a raised garden bed, which allows you to control the soil and the nutrient blend. And you can talk to farmers too and get their ideas on how you can plant up your own garden so you have a sense of what grows well in your region and probably what goes well in that soil. So use up the space, man. I have seen persons from Portmore. They do not have spaces, and what they did, they plant their breadfruit tree and their coconut tree and their orange trees. They put them in big ponds. All right, get these big ponds and they fill it with their garbage and their soil from the kitchen. When I say garbage, I mean the peeling skins. And they put them in there and they put them up on the roof. And I saw it and it was such an inspiration for me. All right? So be patient as you cultivate your relationship with your garden. And before long, you will be reaping the benefits. All right? Listen to what our Prime Minister is saying about planting your own back garden. Do you agree with him? Plant your vegetables and your bananas and your planting. What, do you agree with him? And if not, tell me in the comments below.
You know, this coronavirus pandemic has gotten us all thinking about how vulnerable and fragile our society and our economy is. Global pandemics like the coronavirus really tested us, and it has pushed us to the limits of consideration of what could happen if there were global disruptions of supply chains. Use what you have, use your natural resources, and survive. And more and more we're considering that. One way to ensure our survival is to plant our own food. The banana grows very well in our climate, and I like ripe bananas. I would recommend bananas and plantains as good addition to any small backyard garden. They don't require much work, and they give you a good bunch. So right in this little space, I have one of my favorite Jamaican fruits, the Ote Iti apple. It's not bearing right now. I had a crop about a month ago. What I'm going to do is use the space beneath the trees to do my vegetables. So of course, ants and other insects maybe in your backyard garden, but that's farming. Now what I'm doing, I'm putting in some pak choy, or as we call it in Jamaica, pak chow. Not necessarily one of my favorite vegetables, but it gives variety and they grow really fast. I'm gonna try with spinach. I like spinach. It has to grow in a supported environment, so I have this mesh caging that it will grow on. So the next time that you come back, all of this will be in spinach. Wow, that was a bee. I'm trying to create a little space and to get some sunlight into my flower bed here. I'm growing some callaloo suckers in this little pot, and then I will transplant the suckers at a later date. And I'm catching a little tomato here as well, and I have some broccoli that I've already reaped. So even the smallest space, you can utilize it to grow what you need to eat to put on your table. So aside from food security, which having a backyard garden gives every household, it is also good exercise. It is also very good for relaxation, and that's very important for me, especially if you have to do deep thinking. This gives you the opportunity to do it. I do some amount of rainwater collection, and I'm actually using rainwater now to do my watering. But there are many ways to do watering. If you don't have consistent supply, you can do drip irrigation, which is just as effective as this kind of watering. We're trying to plant 3 million trees in Jamaica in the next 3 years. So out of that 3 million trees, I might have gone 30 already. My personal target is to do 100, and I hope that you will join me in planting trees around your house. Of course, don't plant too close to your house. Remember, we are in a hurricane zone. So